Hi guys, welcome to Code Debugger. Today we are going to cover code operation with NoSQL database as MongoDB in Spring Boot application. So let's start with Spring Initializer. So let's select the Maven project, Java language 2.3.3 as a Spring Boot version. Let's say MongoDB example. MongoDB example. Java version is 8. Select the dependencies. Well, MongoDB. Let's select this MongoDB dependency. Lombok. Yeah, that's it. Let's generate the project. Okay, project generated. Let's extract this. Okay, let's import that in IntelliJ. Okay, stop. So Maven is downloading the dependencies. Okay, now the project got created here. So now we have the main class. Okay, so let's create a controller and entity package. Package as controller. Then I will create entity or model, whatever you can create. Then repository. Let me create first entity. Let's say employee. Okay, private integer id, private string name. Let's add three properties: private double salary. Okay, so we have Lombok dependency. So let's add the setters and getter. Okay, so we need to annotate this with document, because we are using NoSQL database. If you see here, the document is coming from MongoDB library. Okay, here we need to give the collection name as employee. If you are not giving the collection name as employee, it will automatically pick the class name itself. Okay, so here we need to annotate with @id, since it is our primary key. Okay, so that's it. Go to the repo. Let's set up the application properties file repository related configuration. So spring.data.mongodb.database equal to let's say employee underscore db So this is the property name which we need to give for the MongoDB configuration. String.data.mongodb.database. Okay, let's create a controller. Employee controller. Okay, so annotate this with other REST controller. Annotate this with other request mapping. Okay, so employee slash employee. Let's add a method public, sorry, public string. Let's say save employee. Okay, let's I will take employee as a request body. I guess yeah, not important. Okay, add that request body. Okay, so I will annotate this with post mapping. Leave it. It will pick from the root repository the URL. Okay, let me create a repository first. Uh, Employee repo. Okay, it should be one interface. Extend this repository from Mongo repository. Inside that you need to pass the entity and the ID. Okay, entity is our employee, comma ID is integer. Okay, if you see here, ID is integer and class name is employee. Okay, so that's it. Let's annotate this with other repository. Okay, inject that repository here. Private employee repository. Let's say employee repo. AutoWare. We injected the employee repository here. Let's save that employee here. Dot save as employee. Okay, let's return a successfully employee saved, something like that. Employee saved successfully. Okay, so that's it. We're saving the employee here. Let's write a method to get the employee. Public list of employee you will get. Okay, let's import the list first. Okay, so get all employee, then return employee repository dot find all. Okay, so let's annotate this with get mapping. If you want to specify any HTTP status as return type, any specific, like by default it is 200. Okay, if you want to specify specific status, then we can annotate this with response status as HTTP created. Okay, the same way by default it is 200. Okay, if you want to specify that one, that also we can do here. Okay, that's it. One method we are saving the object into the database. We are getting the object from the database. Let's try to delete the object from the database. Public string delete employee. Okay, I will pass the id, string id I will pass, and that I will pass as a request parameter at the rate request parameter. Okay, let's annotate this at the rate delete mapping. Yeah, so let's return first, return employee deleted successfully. Okay, so delete the employee now, not delete of employee. First we need to check, if you see here the parameter it is taking as employee. Okay, or delete by id is there or not, we need to see. Okay, delete by id is there, so let's pass the id, and id is taking integer, sorry, because our id is integer type. Okay, let's update operation also will do. Public, let's say same employee will return update employee. Okay, so annotate this at the red put mapping, because we are doing the update operation. Employee will take, and this employee will take as a request body. Okay, we'll return the employee, but before that we need to check whether the employees exist or not, right? So let's try employee repository dot and by id. So whatever we are passing id, let's pass that, get id we pass here, and it will return one employee to us, optional employee. Okay, let's say name is opt employee mp. If opt employee is present, then only we'll do the update operation. Okay, or else we will throw runtime exception as employee id not exist. Okay, so return, we'll do the employee. So for now make it null, do the save operation first, or else we can take like we'll update the mobile number or something like that. We'll update only the mobile number and name, will not update the id. Okay. If let's say first get the existing employee from the database, employee is equal to, let's say existing employee is equal to optional employee dot get, will get the existing employee. Then we'll check if whatever input we are getting dot get name not equal to null. Instead of that we can check like objects dot non null. Okay, so this class is provided by Java util package, you can use that for null checking, or else you can use the optional dot is empty or something. Okay, is present or not. So if it is non null, then we will update the name. So existing employee dot set name as employee dot get name. Same way we'll do the mobile also. Object dot non null of employee dot get mobile number, or sorry, get salary. So existing employee dot set salary of employee dot get salary. Okay, it will not be null because this is the primitives. We can do like let's say not equal to 0.0. Okay. So now we'll save that. Employee repository dot save of existing repository, existing employee. Okay. My employee got saved. Same employee can return. If you see here, same employee is returning the same return. Okay. So now we have completed the operation. Okay. So here we are saving the employee. Here we are getting all the employee list. Here we are putting the employee. That means we are updating the employee. And here we are deleting the employee. So our controller is ready. Let's see the repository. Repository is also ready. Entity class is okay. Yeah. Let's start the application and see whether we are able to see store the data into the MongoDB or not. Since we are using NoSQL database, we are annotating this is at the rate document. Okay, let's start the application. Let me start the MongoDB Compass. So, this is the GUI. We can see the entries, whatever data interaction we are doing with database. You can see the entries here. Okay, here application is up and running in 8080 port. Let me open Postman. Okay, http colon 8080. Let's say employee, I guess the repository is employee and the controller path is also employee. Okay, slash employee. This is the get operation. Let me do the get operation first. So if you see here, you don't have any data now. Okay, and if you go to the MongoDB, you don't have any data was created here also, right? Okay, if you see here we don't have any employee database. Let's go to the Postman and create one employee. Okay, let's select the raw type and JSON message format. Let's create a JSON here. Let's say ID is equal to 111. Then name is there. Name is equal to Dhananjay. Okay. Then salary. Salary is equal to 20,000. Okay. Post method selected. Okay. Let's try. If you see here, employees have successfully are getting, and there is no error in the console also. Let's go and see in the database. Let's refresh this one. If you see, whenever we are doing any save operation, automatically MongoDB one database created, and inside that one collection also created. Okay, so who is doing this operation? Spring MongoDB data JPA we are using, right? That is internally creating the database and collection based on our configuration. If you see here in application.properties file, we have given the database name as employee DB. So it has created the database as employee DB, and the collection name here we have given the document collection type as employee. That's why it has created employee here. Let's go to the employee. If you see here 111 Dhananjay and 2001 record is there. Okay, so let's try to retrieve this record from the postman. This is the get operation. Let's send the request. Yeah, if you see here we are getting the record 111 Dhananjay and 20,000 as the salary. Okay, let's try to do a update operation with this. Okay, update means put operation. Okay, we need to pass a body. Let's copy the body here. Raw data, a JSON type. Paste here. Let me change the salary as 50,000. Dhananjay Singhar. Okay, let's update. Yeah, if you see here, the data updated with Dhananjay Singhar and 50,000. Okay, let's get that information using REST API. We are getting the change operation. Okay, let's delete this employee. Okay, copy, pasted, then delete operation we selected. We need to pass parameter, right? ID as 111. Let's send the request. Yeah, employee deleted successfully. Let's get that employee. If you see, collection is null, and in database also we don't have any data, right? So this is all about the card operation using MongoDB. This is very easy. There are few things you need to remember, like at the document we need to annotate instead of other entity with relational database. Here we have at the document. Then in properties file you need to write this MongoDB related configuration. Like one configuration is enough. If you are pointing to any different host and port, that is different, because by default it will point to localhost and the port as 27017. If you have any other port, then you have to mention here that spring.data.host, spring.data. MongoDB.port. Okay, like this the configuration you need to do. Since we are doing a POC, we have done everything in local, so no need to mention any host and port information here. Okay, that's all about the MongoDB operation. This is the NoSQL database, and this is the code operation we have done. So I will push this code to the GitHub repository and will give the link in the description. Thanks for watching this video. If you have not subscribed the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you.